Okay, well, I have set tile before, but I've never done subway tile. And so for this project, what I'm doing is I've gone ahead and measured my tile, and I've set a ledger board so that my tile will be level. And so I've got that in place. I'll put my first row on top of that ledger board. I'm gonna go get my thin set and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set my first row of tile. I've got this ledger board, and then I have a little mark that's at the halfway point. And since this is second row, I want this halfway on this line. That's the middle line. Kind of give it a little push to make it sure it's setting. And then I have my little spacer, so I'll go ahead and set it, and then I'll do my spacer. Make sure it's setting on my ledger bar. Tape a piece of plastic up here so that it'll protect my new tub, and then we'll cut some tiles for these corners, these end pieces. Go ahead and put my spacer in. There we go. All right, so to measure where that tile needs to be cut, what I'm going to do is go ahead and line this tile up, and this one's a broken one, so that'll be a good one to cut off. So let me turn it this way because this is going to be the edge, the finished edge that we'll use. So I'll put that there. See if this works. This works with floor tile. And that's where I'm going to cut that. This will be my piece that'll go against the next piece of tile. I've got the first row in, and it has dried overnight. It got too dark for us to work, and so I have removed the ledger bar this morning. That is nice and dry, and it'll support the weight of my next tiles going up. Okay, we've cut this the little corner piece, and we're going to set that one in there just like that. Make sure that's even and level, kind of mush it down to make sure it's good and level to the rest of the tile. I switched gears this morning. I've got, instead of using the thin set, which I had to mix, and then it is concrete, so it just sets up hard as a rock. Anyway, I am using Acrylic Pro, and it's pre-mixed. And this is, since I'm not a professional and I don't do this for a living, this is definitely a DIY. Okay, I have my, used a 1/4 inch trowel to make the grooves. I have a mark, I can find it here. And I want to use my spacers to come up because I don't want this sitting right on the lip of the bathtub. Go, and then scooch this down to my mark. Okay, so the demo dude is doing some stuff behind me, so you'll see there's some shadows going on back and forth there. I put this board, this is the same board that I used for my ledger board, and it's the right space for my spacing for my tiles, so I just want to make it easier than trying to put those little plastic things there. I measured this is 3 inches, these tiles are 3 by 6, so that's centered up there. And I've got my good gap right there. Now, because the space is so small, and I tried to put some of the mastic, the polyseal, whatever that stuff is called, in there. I decided that I was going to back butter these tiles. So let me show you that. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on the back of the tile. And then take my 1/4-inch trowel, scooch that out, get the excess off of there. And that's ready to set in place. So kind of wiggle it in just a little bit, make sure it's even. To measure my tile for around the faucet. That kitty cat, she is ready to have her bathtub back. All right, so I've marked it at 3 inches. That's the halfway mark. That's what would go right there. And so I just laid this down and I made a mark at where the top of the faucet would be. And then I measured, and it's 2 1/4 from this center line over. And but I did that with a tape measure. Let me show you. So I came to here, and to get this opening, 2 1/4 is going to bring me right to that side of the faucet. So that's where I'm marking for that notch. And it's the same, just basically the same over on this side. 2 1/4 or 2 1/2, like that. And so I did the same, and I marked this. This is for the left side. This one's going to be for the right side. This is my halfway mark right there. So I've got this where I can notch this out, and I'm going to take it to the wet saw to go do that. We'll see if I did this right. All right, I have my cuts made. Do a little dry fit. There's my line. This is going to have the faucet over it. This comes right underneath that pipe, and I just wiped off my mark on that one, but I've already done that little fit, so I know that that's right. I'll keep that one there and put that in place. So, and just because I'm in this tight spot right now, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the back butter thing on this again to get this in place. So I don't have a spotlight on here. This little light is from this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's from the sunshine, the morning sunshine outside. Okay, so I have made my cuts with my wet saw, give it a little try, and there we go. So this is ready for me to go ahead and put my sticky stuff on. check my 3-inch mark. And that's right on. Okay, I'm gonna let those kind of set up a little bit and then do the rest of this. Thanks for watching.